What was a loophole that you found and exploded the hell out of? I discovered my university's biggest secret when I was struggling to pay for my last semester. I was $8,000 short, and the financial aid office kept giving me the runaround about my scholarship application. One day, while digging through the student handbook at 3 a.m., desperate for answers, I found something interesting. Any student who proved they were living in their car could qualify for emergency housing and a full scholarship. The catch? You needed proof you'd been homeless for at least 30 days. I had exactly 32 days until tuition was due. My apartment lease was ending anyway, so instead of renewing it, I moved everything into storage except what would fit in my beat-up Honda Civic. I started parking in the Walmart lot at night, using the gym to shower, and keeping detailed records of everywhere I slept. What I didn't expect was meeting Annie. She was a sophomore who'd been living in her Subaru for months. I spotted her brushing her teeth in the campus bathroom at 6 a.m. When she saw me washing my face with paper towels, she just nodded and said, "Day 3? Turns out there were 6 of us car students. We had a whole system worked out, rotating parking spots to avoid security, sharing campus Wi-Fi passwords that worked in the parking lots, warning each other about which bathrooms were safest at night. Annie showed me how to make coffee using the hot water from the science building's tea station. We'd sit in her car some mornings, sharing granola bars and comparing notes about which professors let you nap in the library between classes. On day 28, campus police spotted me sleeping in my car. I thought I was done for. But when the officer knocked on my window, I recognized him, Officer Pete. He'd caught Annie sleeping in her car months ago. Instead of reporting us, he started leaving his personal parking spot open behind the gymnasium. "Security cameras are broken back there," he'd say with a wink. He had a daughter my age who'd dropped out because she couldn't afford tuition. When I finally submitted my paperwork on day 31, the financial aid officer looked suspicious. "We've had an unusual number of homeless students this semester," she said, eyeing my perfectly ironed shirt. I hadn't just kept records of where I slept. I documented every meal at the soup kitchen, every shower at the gym, every morning washing my work clothes in the dorm laundry room. Annie taught me to keep everything, even parking receipts from the spots we'd rotate between. The officer couldn't deny my application. Not only did I get the scholarship, but they had to provide immediate housing. Within 24 hours, I had a dorm room and a meal plan. Word spread fast. By next semester, there were 15 car students. The university tried to close the loophole, but they couldn't. It was tied to state funding requirements. They'd lose millions if they dropped the homeless student program. I graduated last year. Now I work at a nonprofit helping students navigate financial aid. Last week, Annie called me. She's running a student advocacy group that's pushed 3 other universities to adopt similar programs. The best part? Officer Pete's daughter is back in school. Turns out she qualified for the program too. He still leaves his parking spot open behind the gym, pretending not to notice the cars that cycle through there each night. The university finally built affordable student housing this year. They say it's because of increased enrollment, but we know the truth. They got tired of all the car students exposing their broken system.